Hi everyone, welcome to BumbleBeeCrafts. Thanks for tuning in to another video from me. Happy Wednesday. It's Vintage Books into Journaling Fodder series again. We're on to another episode and I've got 3 more types of pockets, although these are more like tuck spots, I think you'd probably call them, but these are definitely pockets for you to try. Now these two I've done this style many times before, but not with vintage books. I've tended to done them with scrapbooking card, so I'm revisiting this in the book page. This is a little one that it's a slight variation from some of the ones that we were doing last week that I thought I would show you. It's a double one, and then this one is totally inspired by Julie at Camellia Crafts Designs. I think she called her video Imperfectly Perfect Pockets, something like that. I will leave it down below, but I thought it was just a fun little way of you kind of do a bit of an envelope fold with the pocket, and they're so cute. I love them. She did have string tied around hers and decorated them up with some ephemera, but as you know, at the moment I'm just mass making lots of different ideas. Then I'm going to pull them all together in a week or two's time and just have a mass decorating time, because I want to actually do some fussy cut elements from the book. So I'm going to be doing one of those in an upcoming video, and once I've done those, I want to then be able to pull everything together and start having a bit of a play in the decorating. So today I thought I'd just quickly show you these 3 ways of doing the pockets. So I'm going to start with this one. It's more like a tuck spot. It literally just goes over your page. What I would normally do is put a bead of glue down here, bead of glue along here, and then that sticks down, and you've got yourself a lovely tuck spot here to put something, a nice big journaling card, some ephemera, that kind of thing. And because then exactly the same this side, I glue down here and across here, and you've got a double one because it's over the page. So relatively easy to do, so I thought we'd start with that one. They were, I've got my piles of pages because I thought I'd save time and pre-choose my paper. So these are what I've got here. This was from this book. There was some lovely full pages like this that I thought I sort of looked to see which ones I thought looked okay orientated to the side. Obviously Edith Holden book. This was the only one that I could find out of all the images that I thought if it was folded down the middle it wouldn't look too bad. So that's the thing I think I've said a few times before now, is I tend to go by the image and what's on here, and that kind of leads me to know which kind of pocket and stuff to go with. But I thought we'd have a go with a couple of these ones as well. So let's do the Edith Holden one first. And what I just want to do is, I've got piles of stuff everywhere, trim this up, trim this rough edge up, so we've got a nice, actually we don't need to, do we? No, we don't need to, but what we do need to do is cut the height. So it's not, sorry, I will start the tutorial again. It's the height. Obviously I don't want it too high on the page. These ones were just a really nice height book page wise, turned on their side. Now I'm not going to turn this one on its side because I want to keep the pheasants up this way. So what I think I will do is, where's my pencil? Here it is. I'm just going to roughly mark how high up I think I want this to come, and probably about here, so you get a bit of the woods in. I think that should look nice, so that's where I'm going to trim it. Where are we? Where's my line? There's my line. Okay, that'll make a nice scrap. Okay, so this is our base now. So what I want to do is just fold this edge in And I'm not using my scoreboard or anything like that. I'm literally just going to eyeball it if I can get it nice and flush. Use that. There we go. So that's that side. Then I want a little bit over here. The Edith Holden's quite thick, so you don't, to be honest, I could probably get away with not doing this step. But this one was a bit thinner, so I did this step, and it just reinforces this edge where stuff's going to be tucked in and out. So what I then do is fold this in half. Try and get it straight. And then fingers crossed I haven't cut through, not cut through, yes, look, the pheasants are on that side. Okay, so this one's going to be a skinny little tuck, but that's absolutely fine. And then all I do is I just bring this down into a little triangle. And I do the same with this side. And now I'm tucking it in like this and just roughly getting it similar to the two. Now obviously we've got quite a bit of bulk under here, so I need to do a bit of mitering out of the corners here. I'm just going to do the bottom here as well, and the same on this side. And then that way, when we fold them back over, sorry, actually I need to take this bit off, don't I, as well. Like so. Like so, that was it. So that folds over, and you get a really nice sturdy supported edge there, and a little tuck. So let's glue these down. As I said, I have done this before. I have a tutorial with using scrapbooking card, but I just thought that these would look quite nice in book pages. Okay. And then fold that one over, and the triangle, glue the triangle down. So these are just a couple of more variations from last week's pockets that we've been doing. I will get on to some other things next week, definitely. I just, while I had all these ideas in my head, I wanted to just get on and do the filming. Edith Holden doesn't want to stick to itself very well. So, but there we go. That is the Edith Holden one. So again, when it's on here, I would just put a bead of glue along here and along this bottom bit. That would flap over, lovely tuck spot. And exactly the same this side. Okay, so that's another one done. So what we've got here now is slightly bigger book pages, and I've gone ahead and cut it down to the size that I think I'd like to use. So that one's already done, and it's going to fold this way. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, I think I want to use the lovely flag iris on here. So as long as we, where do we think we want to come? Yeah, I can just get the yellow, the wording of the yellow flag iris under there. So I'm going to line it up on my mat. And I have put myself in a new blade in my knife. I haven't got any new blades for my Fiskars trimmer, but I have got a new blade in this. Let's just... oh, there. out there. So this should cut ever so nicely without tearing. Look at that, like butter, like a hot knife through butter. Is that the same? Perfect. So that one's ready, and then this one I just need to decide where I really like this. So I think I'm going to line it up on here, and we're going to cut at the top of this one, because I love the flower. You could even do 2 out of this one, but we'll use that for something else. We're going to have lots of fun scraps to play with. Okay, so there are 3 bits ready. So I'm going to just fold over the edge here to give me a bit of strength. And the same again this side. And then we're going to fold it over to meet. Yeah, that's nice because you can decorate that up with some labels, that kind of thing. Okay, so now I want to do just a little corner tuck, and then I push that down and into there, just to try and get it similar angle. Doesn't have to be exact. Now we take out our little miter all the little corners. Like so. There we go. And we'll glue this down. So how are you all doing? Have you been following along, making pockets and tags and journaling cards with all your book pages, your vintage and secondhand book pages? If you do and you're on Instagram, don't forget to tag me. I'm BumbleBeeCrafts13 on Instagram. I'd love to see what you create and your take on them. And obviously you probably have different books as well, so that's going to be interesting to see. So yeah, I'd love to share, love for you to share that with me. Okay, so that's another one. They come together really quickly, especially doing them like this where we're not doing much decorating on them. We'll come to, as I said, we'll come to some fun decorating in a week or two's time. There we go. And we fold this one in half, like so. Okay. And then tuck that over so that we kind of get the angle like that. Right to the corners. a lovely sunny day outside today. I think we're finally getting some summer weather. And thankfully it's still in yeah, only in the low 20s, which is really good. I really don't like it when it gets too much higher than what it is now, because it just gets too hot to bear with my health. Okay. But everything is nice, so when the sun shines, everything's brighter. Blue skies and sunshine. There we go, that's another one. So we've got one more of these to do. Okay. There we go. Nice and quick to put together. Okay. Nice and easy to put together, these are. Okay, so there we go, we've got a nice selection of those now. Oops. Brilliant. So they're all done, ready. They'll just need ink in, and then we'll decorate them up in a few weeks' time. Let's have a go at these ones. Now these were inspired by my other book page pockets, these ones that I've done. I don't think I've got a tutorial on these. I was playing around and just came up with a few of these, so I might do a separate book page tutorial at some point on these, but they're very simple. Just folded them over like that, so I thought, well, how could I do that with these pages here? And this one just lended itself to be fussy cut, so that's all I did with this one. I just fussy cut round that lovely print, lovely picture at the top of the page, and it doesn't bother me that the writing's upside down, because when that goes on a page, you'll be able to put journal and stuff in here, and then obviously you've got your pocket behind here as well. So I just thought we'd have a go at doing some of those. So this is the same one, and what I was thinking is that is going to be absolutely perfect like this. So I'm just going to fold this now, Again, there's not really much measuring involved because it's just a case of going by eye what we think we want. So I'm going to cut off here, and I think I might do a little trim off there. I'm not sure if I'm going to cut that or not. So let's cut this down to size now. And I think I did do this one probably in the inches, didn't I? Yeah, I probably made it 5 by 4 1/4. It was more a case of that it was the 5 that I wanted to keep. So I'm going to take that off there and then see where we are if we chopped it with 5. I might do 5 1/4 there. Don't mind losing that bit. Just see how wide that is on there. Actually, that would still fit on the page, so that's nice. I'm not losing too much of my picture there. So then what I want to cut is where the writing is along the top here. I don't want this big expanse of white, which means I think I want to just trim this up to where the yellow flower starts. So I could leave it like that, but on this one I did a bit of fussy cutting, and I'm thinking I might do the same around this actually. It just, I mean, if you could do, I could have left this on and you could have done a nice fancy edge punch. I don't have any of those, so I'm just going to fussy cut round. I'm not bothered about the 6. And I'm just going very basically like so, and that is going to give us a lovely edge to our pocket. So we'll put a little, just measure this, and we want it roughly around there. That's the middle. We'll take a little notch out of this. Damn it, doesn't want to cut properly, this thing. Yeah, it's not too bad. So then all we need to do is, I just want to ink this before I glue this bit down. Okay, the rest can be inked up later. Then I'm just going to put some glue along here. Glue along here, and I'm probably going to need to weight this down as well because it's shinier, so the glue will, this PVA glue will stick. It's strong glue, but that is one done. Okay, is that those? So I'm just thinking to myself, that was over this side. I'm getting myself confused. These are the pages, aren't they, that I was thinking about. And I was thinking the same with these mountains. I thought that would be really nice. So let's just slide this up and over out there. What I think I'm going to do is, again, just take a little bit off this top first before I cut. I think that looks about right, doesn't it? So let's just take off from our wording. Let's fold this up where we want it. Okay, now we need to trim it up width-wise. So let's trim this side, and then we said we could go to 5 1/4. That's going to take quite a chunk out. Let's bring my book page in. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is chop it to where I want this side and then trim it down here. Let's go there. How wide is that on there? Oh, that still fits on. Brilliant, that's good. So now what I want to do is to fussy cut just around these mountains. Like so. I'm just wondering, do I come down there? I don't think I will on that side, because I don't want this to get caught when it comes in and out of the pocket. I really like that. So this one can be glued, so all the way along this edge. Oh, I haven't done my little notch out of it, that's fine. We'll put a notch in it afterwards. But there we go, that's that one. So you've got a lovely little pocket here, and the pocket when it's stuck on the page like this. Oh, that's going to be lovely. So let's have a look and see if we can do something the same with one of these pages, so it's a different book page. Now we need to straighten this up, and I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones that my trimmer chews, so let's use my knife for this. I'll just check on my time how we are. 27, that's not bad at all. That is not bad at all. So how wide are we? We're going to need to take some off the other side anyway to make it thin enough. So we'll go there. And then our book page is about 15, so I want to make it about 14 and a bit. 14.5 would be quite nice, wouldn't it? Not losing too much then. And that's still, and that's on there. Oh, just. Do you know what? I think I might need to take a slightly more off of that. I think it'll have to be this side. There we go. That should be enough now. Okay, so this is the bit that we're going to be using, and we're going to be coming up on the top here, aren't we? Let's have a little look. Yeah, because I'm going to cut that bottom bit off. So let's just come down a little bit. Like so. Okay. Make sure we're lined up on here, because I want to just trim off this bit. Now these are the ones that have these lovely bits just got in there, look, just managed to. Okay, I like to use these bits. So if we did the fussy cutting, we've got a big open expanse here. So what I'm thinking of doing is like I did on the book page, and excuse my reach, just tear that middle bit down and then fold it out. But I'm wondering whether to fold it in. Let's see, how far down do we want to come? Tell you what, I'm just going to snip. I'd say about there. We don't want it to be too uniform. We want that, so that will form a little pocket. That's actually really quite nice. Remember to put our little divot in the top there. Exactly 14, so that's 7. Okay, now and to just give these a bit of an ink. Before they get glued down. So I'll glue these down next. So again, it's another little variation. On some pockets. Okay, let's weight that down. We never put a notch in this one, so let me just do pencil a notch in this one. And that is another one. A pocket here and a lovely pocket here. That's lovely, that is. Nice little label, a word on there. Okay, so that's another one to add to our pile. And as you can see, the size difference in them, all just going by feel and eye of what the pictures and images show you. So whilst that is drying, I just want to do one more in this style, and that is the Edith Holden, because you probably noticed over the last couple of weeks I've been very reluctant to use my Edith Holden. I'm just so conscious of really not wanting to cut into my pages and can't decide on what I use for which kind of thing. So that's where we are. Now we need to trim it up enough to fit on our page. So if you did it by 5, you'd get a whole... Actually, I'm just going to do it like that, because that can be used. It's got some lovely text there. Okay. But I don't want this full on there. Let's drop a bit off. Yeah, okay. So what do we want to do for here? Definitely notch in the back, so let's just be easier. I do wish I had a board that was in inches sometimes. The other side is in inches, but obviously I'm working on this, so I don't want to have to keep flipping it over, clearing this, flipping it over and measuring. there we go. That's our notch out. Doesn't really warrant fussy cutting. I'm thinking again we might do a little tear, so using that as my guide, let's just do that. That was brave of me, wasn't it, just to cut straight into it. Gosh. And then I'm just going to fold that over and that over. I don't mind that it's all a bit skew width. Yeah, I think that's nice. I might even just rough the edges up a little bit on this one, make it a bit grungier. Where's my little tool? There we go. I'm just going to like so, just to give those edges just that little bit of a rough edge when I ink it. I think that would work really well. The ink usually takes better and get a real yeah, okay. So let's glue our little flaps. You could pin a little paper clip on here if you wanted to, if you didn't want to glue them down. And I don't think I have any little paper clips to hand. Okay, just going to weight that down. That's dried. And I just want to ink this. Okay, the rest can be inked afterwards. So it's bead glue along here and along this edge. Let's get another couple of these to weight down our pocket. There we go, while that one dries. Yeah, I don't know if I've got any little paper clips. Is that a little one? Oh, might have a little one. There we go. Oh, that's a bit. Oh, that'll go on there, and then you can tuck something up onto that. Yeah, I think that would be nice. So let's glue this down. And then we'll get on to Juliet Camellia Crafts Designs, her pocket. So, okay. So that's those designs done. So it's this pocket now. When she did hers, they were more, a bit like a plant pot, they were more angled. And she just folded them over, and somehow or other I've done the same, but mine have come up really square. That one's got a slight wonkiness to it. It's not quite as straight as this one. It's probably because I used my mat. But yeah, let's go with these. Now I've got, let's do another one in this big tall book page. And if I remember rightly, what she said is you needed your piece of paper square. So first thing I'm going to do is, I can't remove that to there, is just trim up this edge here. I just want a straight edge to start with, where it's been torn out of the book page. Okay, so which is the one we're going to have at the top? We're going to have that at the top, and we are 21. So if I just move you off here and over there for now, you can go up a little bit. 21, 21, let's make it square, so I need to cut at 21. So if I had one that was like 15 along here, I would chop this next bit at 15, basically just squaring my page. And then what I did was I actually used my lines on my mat here to help me, which is probably why I was able to get it as straight as anything. So I've got that lined up. I'm going to bring this in, and then I'm using one of the lines just here just to get a rough, as a rough guide to get it straight. Whilst that's in position, I'm going to do exactly the same. Oops, if I don't move it. Like so. I want to just use this line there as my guide. There we go. So that's what you do. You square your piece of paper, make sure you've got a square, you turn it at an angle, so you've got points top and bottom, and then you fold in your flaps to the side. And that's not too bad, that's not far off straight. And then what you do with this bottom flap, this comes up, and I do it so that it's roughly, because I like to see all three of these angles in my pocket. And then what I will do is just take the notches out. So that is a bit like how you do an envelope if you're just folding a piece of paper to make an envelope. And I take these out. As I said, this is not my idea, this is Camellia Crafts Design's idea, and she does give you a full tutorial, so I'll leave the link below if you want to go and see her explanation for it all. So I'm thinking that I would like it staggered like this, because I want to see a bit of the writing on there. So that's how I'm going to have that bottom bit. Now you could tuck this in, tuck it over if you didn't want to cut it off, but I'm just going to cut mine off. I think that's how Julie did hers, and I'm just going to use this line here. Basically this is the point where it folds here, and I'm just going to take that off, and that is going to be one of our pockets that you put on the page. You could put it on the page, it's got some print on the back, so you could leave it as a clip-in, but obviously we'll come to decorate it up once we've made a few more of these. So I wanted to try doing this with a smaller book page. So again, I need to straighten that end up. So if we do here, that's fine. It's nice and straight. And we are, where are we? 20, 30, 10, 6, so we're 16. So if I put that on at 20, I need to do this at 36. Just wondering if I take a little bit off that top. No, I'm not. We're going to just do it like this, I think. Nice lovely scrap. So we've got a much smaller book page here. I'm still going to do exactly the same. Sorry, I'm going to turn it over because I want the images on the outside when we flap this over. So that's that line flapped over. You basically want to give yourself enough in the middle to meet. And I think I want to come just a little bit further on here, like so. Okay, and then flap this up. Like so. There we go. So that's almost like a little envelope, which we could do. You could do some envelopes, but these we're turning into pockets. So let's take out the bulk in our corners again. And decide on how we're going to have that. And do I want that? I think I'm going to have it like that coming up. So we need to just chop off our top, and I'm just going to use this line here. That looks a nice height. And that, much smaller, but exactly the same as our pockets here. So any size book page, as long as it's square. Should we be brave and do one of the Edith Holden ones? Okay. I'm just gonna cut the side off. I must do more with my Edith Holden. I just think they're so lovely, the pictures, that I'm probably just going to end up using them as pages because I don't want to cut into them. But that's not very creative. Okay. So where are we? We're on 20. We're on 17 this time round. So we need to cut at 37 to make that square. Okay. Now turn it over because I want the lovely images to be on this side, and again trying to use my lines on my mat to get it somewhat straight. Oops. There we go. That's that. Fold this up. Let's try and get that straight there. Take out the bulk. I love even the writing pages in this Edith Holden book. Okay. I like it like that. So now we just need to snip off the top. And I'm going to go here. So much easier now I've got a sharper knife. So there we go. Again, it's another little small one, slightly bigger than this one. So let's glue these together now. How long have we got? We're up to 50 minutes, so we should get the rest of these glued down. I just think I want to do a bit of inking first. So where are we? I want to ink along here. Ink along there. Ink along here. And back. And then we can put some glue on here to glue that bit down. I don't want to go all the way to the top, like so, and then oops, glue down here and along here. Is that right? Make sure there's no glue in the middle. And then that just needs to have a weight on it, like so. So this one's all dried, and that was from the other one. This one should all be dry as well. Yep, okay. We'll go through them at the end and show you what we've done. So this little bit here is really going to bug me. So I'm just going to trim that off. Perfect. There. It won't bug me now. So we want to come down here. Come down here. Do our back. And then all of this pocket is seam. Like so. Okay. Okay. So then we want to put some glue along here, and then all the way along here. Oops. And we will weight that down. Okay, so let's do the inking on here. We need to ink along here. That one's along the bottom. And then along the top. Okay. So glue on here and along here. And glue along here. A bit in that bit there. Okay, so let's weight that one down. Our Edith Holden should be done. Yep, that one's done. So where are we? We've got them done. Let's finish this one quickly. rest of the inking can be done afterwards. So this one was going along here. Like so. And then this one was along here. Like so. Okay. You there, you there. That one's done. Yeah. Okay, so they are my ideas, some more pocket slash tuck spot slash floating pocket ideas. Let's just go through. We did these ones first. Just to remind you, these are those ones that literally just tuck over the page and give you a lovely tuck spot front and back. And we've got some of the tall pages there. We've done an Edith Holden one, and then we did some of these ones as well. So that's those style pockets. We then did these style pockets where you've got some lovely tuck spot there, and when that goes onto the page, obviously it gives you a double pocket there. So we've done this one, we've done a lovely Edith Holden one, and then these ones were fussy cut out the images. I think these ones are lovely, they're my favourite, I like those ones. So we did those, and then we've got the two that are drying, and then we've got these ones which were inspired by Camellia Crafts designs. So another load of pockets all done for our box, and if I just show you, our box is getting so full. Look at all this lovely ephemera. So I have one more project to do next week, which will involve doing some die cutting and fussy cutting and choosing images. So that's just a little heads up as to what we'll be doing next week. And then after that, the final week for this month of July, we'll be having some decorating fun. We'll get some lace, we'll have fussy cuts, we'll have all sorts of little bits of labels, and we're just going to have some fun and actually decorate these up, add elements to them, make them prettier than what they already are, because I mean, how lovely are these book pages, just gorgeous. So there, I hope it's inspired you to play with your book pages, have a go. Obviously, if you haven't got vintage book pages, you could do any of these with scrapbooking paper, scrapbooking card, digitals, if you are a digital artist and you've got digital prints. It's versatile. There are just lots of ideas for you to have a go and play with. So happy crafting, everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.